How would you like to buy a Model A car for $850? Happy to have you along, my fellow Americans. I'm Sam Bushman with another Liberty Roundtable live short video brought to you by LibertyRoundtable.com. When you want 2 hours, 5 days a week, so often 6 days a week of incredible news, commentary, breakdown, think LibertyRoundtable.com, would you please? All right. On July 20th, that was this last Sunday, 1903, there was a Chicago dentist, Ernst Fenning, I think is how you say his name. He purchased the first Model A automobile from the Ford Motor Company for $850, according to thisdayofhistory.com. The sale of this car to the good doctor, Dr. Fenning, initiated Ford's path to success, with the company selling, believe it or not, 250 cars within 2 months and then 1,000 cars by the end of the year. It was an incredible kickoff, if you will. The advent of the Model T in 1908, with its innovative assembly line production, made automobiles affordable and accessible, dramatically impacting personal transportation and industrial growth globally, they say. Now, what's fascinating to me about this is these series of innovations by the Ford Motor Company fundamentally reshaped societal and economic landscapes worldwide. How do you ask? Well, think about it. You could now just drive to an urban center to go shopping, to get a haircut, to go to a restaurant, to do any of those things that before were very difficult to do, right? So this really launched Ford, the assembly line. It went on and on. It was an incredible win. And so Model A car costs $850, brand new. Believe it or not, almost 50 years later, about the Beetle, the Volkswagen Beetle car came out. It was $850 to $1,100 also. Now the same car costs you $29,000 approximately. I know it's not the same car. Ours has air conditioning. Theirs didn't. Ours runs stably. Theirs were, temperamental at best. I get all the differences, but you would think that in modern times, they'd find a way to make cars cheaper, not more expensive. Well, interestingly enough, silver is at $35 an ounce right now, approximately. Silver used to be $1 was 1 ounce of silver. So we've lost our buying power by 35 times. Well, interestingly enough, if you take that 850, right? 850 times 35, you get $29,750. Wow. A car costs about the same. It's just that our money's been so debauched, so destroyed because of the Federal Reserve that you can't even see straight. Believe it or not, to add insult to injury, in 1914, Ford introduced what they call the $5 workday wage, significantly influencing labor practices and standards at the time. What's fascinating about this is that's about 62.5 cents an hour. But it was way better than the 50 cents most people were getting at the time. Ford understood that if he wanted to keep his people, he needed to keep them by paying them well, so they wouldn't just leave. The turnover wouldn't be so bad. He also understood that, hey, they got to have enough money to be able to buy a car. Oh, boy. So he started paying them really well. Think about that. That translates to about a $21 an hour minimum wage equivalent right now, if you use that same 35 times principle that I gave you based on the value of silver currently versus yesteryear. And so it's very fascinating indeed when you break this down, ladies and gentlemen. You begin to see a real important point. We don't need government to set up a minimum wage. Henry Ford did it, and people are doing it now. Supply and demand, not government law, should allow people to get the wages they deserve. And partners should be made out of employer and employees, because everybody wins. I'm Sam Bushman, and that's another Liberty Roundtable live short video. God save our republic.